Hey, this is Eb here. I've got this old guitar. It's a friend of mine. It might even look older than it really is. This is a guy we played in bands together since I was probably about 13 or 14. We played all kind of wild music together up through our 20s, and we're still good friends. And this is a guitar he got out of right when he got out of high school, and uh, he was in the service. I believe this went overseas with him. So, and then he's written a lot of songs on it, played a lot of concerts. It's lived just as wild of an exciting life as he has. And recently, he got a hold of me and asked me about his guitar. And I've had this same conversation with several people. They've got this guilt where they say, "Oh man, I've got this nice guitar, but I haven't been taking very good care of it." And the binding's been coming off. I guess I haven't humidified it, or I've been too rough on it, or whatever it is. And a lot of them, these guys, I guess they haven't Googled it yet, but that's a whole mess of a problem that Martin is having. There's a chance they could have done something to it that could have caused problems or made it a little bit worse, but it's happening on just pristine ones that are sitting in cases. So yeah, a lot of them. I don't know the exact years or all the models that it's happening to, but Martin, their guitars, something is happening that the binding is coming loose, and somebody will say, "Oh, it hasn't been humidified." Well, if it was a humidifying problem, you would see it on older guitars that aren't humidified, and you'll find guitars that are falling apart and the binding's still on there, good and solid. And the funny part about that is plastic, ABS, or celluloid binding is not affected by moisture in any kind of a way, especially the humidity in the air. It wouldn't cause it to shrink, and so it's not the guitar expanding. You'll see it'll shrink, and it'll be real tight in this gap here across it, and then it'll tighten up across it. That's where you'll see it come loose, is in the waist, especially on if you have one with a cutaway. And that's what was happening with this. And so yeah, a bummer about that. He'd felt bad, like, oh, I haven't been taking good care of my instrument. And other people have told me that nope, it's just doing what it was going to do. I've heard that some people say it's a batch of binding that's shrinking that they were buying. Maybe the formula was off, but another expert was telling me that he believes it's the glue they were using was reacting with the binding that caused the binding to shrink over time. So I don't know which one it is, but it is coming off. And his enough had fallen off that he had just taken it off. So I am going to be putting some new binding on it, just going ahead and making it all fresh and match, putting some cool old celluloid tortoise binding on there, so it'll have a nice vintage look to it when it's done. I don't know what color it was before, probably black or something, but re-glued the bridge. A funny thing about these is the top being coupled with the back. When you have the binding off, it really kills the top. The tops are really dead with no binding on it. So that'll be a fun thing to see how great it sounds, just the tap tone afterwards. I'm guessing this sounded pretty bad when he was playing it without binding on it. So we're going to get this thing going again. Probably still needs a level and crown. This is one of the first guitars. We're good enough friends that when I first got my first guitar repair kit and bought all my stuff from StewMac, this is one of the first guitars I did a level and crown on. So I did that quite some time ago, and it's probably due for another. Yep, and yeah, just getting it all cleaned up and ready for another 20 plus years of playing and hundreds of more songs on it. So I hope you enjoyed this and hope you learned a little bit, and hopefully if you were carrying any guilt from your binding coming off, know that it's not yours. If it is, and you're the first owner of the guitar, check. I'm pretty sure it's covered under Martin warranty repair, and they'll send you to a Martin warranty person who I believe will cover it for no cost to you. I'm not an expert. Go to the Martin website for that, but hopefully you found this a little bit informative on the Martin binding issues. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button down there. It's a little thumbs up, and that helps other people see it. If you want to see more of these videos yourself, hit the subscribe button. And if you really want to help me out, if there's somebody else who you think would enjoy this or learn something from it, go ahead and hit the share button down there, the other little arrow and send it directly to a friend who you think would get something out of it. So thanks for watching.